Hello everyone. Today's video, sort of by request, I'm going to be doing a cold start, a very cold start, on my 78 Cadillac Coupe DeVille, which has been resting since September 2020. Let me get in here. This car is all original. It has about, I think, 60,000 miles on it now. I was sort of, one of the YouTube members asked me if we're about doing a tour of the car, so I figured this might be a good excuse. I'll get it woken up, get it outside, and walk around it a little bit. The car was a one-owner car. It was bought outside of Philadelphia when it was new in a suburb. I forget what town it was in. And then it ended up moving to Barnegat Light, New Jersey, which is on Long Beach Island, I think, in 1987. That from the original owners. So the original owner had moved. And he was there until 2012 or 13 when he passed away. He was 94 years old, drove the car until he died. He kept a record book from day one until he stopped driving. And then it sat from 2012 until 2018 when I bought it. It might have been started and moved once or twice, but outside of that, it really sat. So this is demi-task brown with a tan top and a tan interior. The battery was disconnected for the winter. So we'll reconnect it and see if it wakes up. These 425 Cadillacs with the Quadrajet are by far the best starting Cadillacs I've ever seen. The car can sit for months at a time, and with one pump of the gas, the car will come back to life. You don't have to wait. However, the Quadrajet reprimes the fuel system. It does it better than anything I've ever seen. Just tighten the battery up here. Okay. I'll be so daring, I'm going to close the hood because I know it'll start. It does have one issue because the car is so original. The carburetor has some deposits in it, and upon waking up from a slumber, it has a real flat spot when you start it up where it's going to die like when you give it gas. And it'll do that for the whole first drive. So if you're driving for 20 minutes or a half hour or whatever, it'll have this real bad flat spot. But then, after you shut it off and start it up an hour or two later, it's gone. Whatever crap, there's some crap in the carburetor and it dries out over the winter. I better reset my clock. Once it dries out over the winter, it's not happy until it gets dissolved in the carburetor again. Here's the dash. It's got 60,000 miles on it. It's this car is equipped kind of unusual. It was definitely not loaded, and it's not a stripper either. The guy was very specific with what options he wanted. It has the stock radio in it. And it's obviously, you know, this is stock, this is standard. Passenger side mirror is an option. Rear defogger is an option, which it has. It has only 3-speed wipers. It has no light package, but it does have cruise control, and it does have tilt and telescope. This piece needs to be glued over there on the steering wheel. And it has power trunk, split bench. It's manual on this side, power on the driver's side. Well, anyways, let's see if it starts up. Has been sitting since September 2020. It is now, today is April 19th, 2021. I'm going to give it one pump, and let's see. And I added level ride to it. Let the level ride come up. is, it's alive. It's been sitting for 7 months. Started on 1 pump. Now, how unhappy will it be? Well, see if I can get it out of the driveway. Do a little bit of dusting off. In here? I don't know if I did. No dusting to it. There it is. Oh, and the other thing is it's got the stock Poverty hubcaps, which I decided to keep because I thought they were so cool. You don't usually ever see a 77, 79 Cadillac with the Poverty caps. This also has the optional pinstripe molding, which you see on some of these cars these years, not many. And what's very unusual with this car is the body side molding here is a glued-on molding that was used, that did not debut until I think it was 1980. Well, in Linden, New Jersey, for 2 or 3 weeks of production in 1978, they were test piloting the glue-on moldings, and this happened to be when this car was made. So it needs to be dusted off and cleaned up, but it's a very respectable citizen. It does have some chrome pitting in a few areas from the salty air it was in, and I've got some parts at home I do need to get around to swapping out, like the mirrors, the door handles, and the front grill, the lower grills as well. Here it is, back in the dead. Trunk compartment. I do have, this car didn't come with it, but I had it stashed away, an original Tempest spare with the inflator bottle, just because. Gotta clean the tires, they definitely got yellow over the winter. Let's take a better look at the interior now. Needs a little bit of cleanup, vacuuming, and I do need to re-shampoo the rugs. I shampooed them once when I got the car. The previous owner did a lot of takeout, and they got stained quite a bit. We can use another shampoo job. Show you the engine compartment. This wood grain, I have to glue it back down with a little super glue. So you might have a... So it's a little crusty under here. This is one of the projects I got to get around to, is refreshing the engine compartment. The engine needs to be repainted, all the black got to be repainted. It was in a salty climate, and it definitely took its toll on the engine compartment. The car is not really rusty. The engine undercarriage is like, it's got some light surface rust on the outside of the frame, but the rest of it's in pretty nice shape. That looks a little green there. So, anyways, well, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.